You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodgers for Black and White Sports 2. Let's talk about Aaron Rodgers. As we know, the rumors are fast and furious about Rodgers, his future. Of course, right now, about this time, Aaron Rodgers may be in his darkness retreat, contemplating his future. You know, I was reading about that yesterday and looking at some pictures of said darkness retreats. And it was kind of interesting. It was at least the little cabin they put you in was kind of cozy and nice. But I like electricity in said cabins in some way, you know, either plugged into the grid or by solar, something, right? Got to have some power. Got to be able to see to get to the bathroom. Got to have a TV with at least a minimum of an antenna in there, right? So anyway, that's neither here nor there, but right now he's probably in a darkness retreat. So we don't know if he knows about this yet, okay? And what I am talking about is Tiki Barber. Now, in case you don't realize, Tiki Barber is, of course, a New York Giants sports legend. Sort of a Hall of Very Good guy. I don't know that Tiki will ever join his brother in the Hall of Fame. But at least from, you know, in New York, Tiki is one of the men, right? He's one of them dudes. And he's also part of the media up there. I know he works for CBS Sports Network, Sports Radio. I can't remember who his partner is. He's partnered up with some dude. I can't remember if that's the afternoon. I'm pretty sure it's not right after Boomer and Geo. I watch Boomer and Geo most days. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. But, of course, Aaron Rodgers did a video the other day. He came out and slammed Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport and said, you know, while I think they do a pretty good job, he said, I think they're good at their jobs. They don't know shit about me, period. They're not part of my inner circle. They don't have any inside sources, which is what insiders claim. And yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them, don't kid yourself. A lot of these inside sources, guys, talk to the player or the coach themselves. They do, or the GM or whatever, right? And to get stories out. Schefter usually has a real connection to the Denver Broncos. So, Tiki Barber has come out and said, look, Aaron Rodgers, you're talking a lot of shit. You're running your mouth. And because of that, Tiki Barber believes that Aaron Rodgers is not cut out to play in New York. He called him, you're too sensitive. You're too damn sensitive. I mean, are you scared? Do you need to TT? Yeah, you're too sensitive to play in New York. Now, I've got to be real with you here. I don't agree with this, actually. Okay, now, Tiki's in New York. I'm not. But I think Aaron Rodgers is exactly the kind of person that's cut out for New York because, frankly, I think he will absolutely relish going toe-to-toe with the New York media and just chopping it up, giving them fodder all the time. I think he will literally drop bombs like weekly to them and then in slow motion, action movie style, walk off, flames in the background, burning up. Now, how good is that going to be for the New York Jets? I don't know. I still think the Jets is probably where he goes. So let's get to this. Sensitive Aaron Rodgers isn't cut out for New York. Former Giant star says Rodgers took shots at two reporters for reporting, quote, fake news about his darkness retreat. It's no secret that the New York media is a different animal, and there are some athletes who simply have failed to handle it. Now, for the record, I think like Derek Carr's a terrible fit. I just don't think he's quite pit bullish enough for the New York media. And he's certainly not like Aaron Rodgers. He's not arrogant enough for the New York media, in my opinion. Former New York Giant Tiki Barber dealt with it and surely saw himself in the negative light plenty. Ironically enough, the former All-Pro running back is now a member of said media and he believes Aaron Rodgers, who the New York Jets are interested in acquiring, isn't made for the different beast. Barber cited Rodgers calling reports, quote, fake news about his isolation retreat in total darkness would begin in a rather minor subject to be angry about, he believes. Quote, it just made me start to realize that if he is that sensitive, that he gets upset that people, reporters, opinion makers, influencers, whatever, want to talk about him, he is going to struggle in New York, Barber said on his radio show on WFAN. Quote, I don't know if I want him in New York if this is going to be his reaction to things that don't matter. Yeah, but when I listened to his words the other day on Pat McAfee's show, if I'm being real, I don't think he was pissed. I don't. I think he wanted to make a comment about it. I think he wanted to talk about it. But he didn't exactly come across like he was pissed just because he said they don't know shit about shit. Well, okay, you can say that and not be mad. And this is coming from somebody, look, I'm not just super all in on Rodgers necessarily, but I think we got to be fair here. I think he is exactly the guy to spar with the New York media. I truly do. The Packers quarterback took jabs at two reporters about his retreat, and it goes on to talk about the inner circle thing with Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport. I did a video yesterday afternoon on that. Quote, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't want people talking about him, his offseason, his personal life, and all the things that are going on with him, he needs to stop talking, Barber said. When you go and you're doing something that feels odd to normal society, which is going to sit in a cabin in the woods for 4 days in complete isolation, we're going to talk about it. We have to. It's our job to. Tiki's not wrong about this. He's not. He's absolutely not wrong. I mean, look, I make videos on Aaron Rodgers a lot. If I don't make a video on one of the two sports channels about this darkness retreat thing, then I have bleeping failed in doing this at all. Because it is a story. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it's a story and people are interested. It's very different. I mean, but surely Aaron Rodgers realizes that. I mean, he's too smart to not realize that, okay? He knows a lot of people are not going to be doing that kind of thing. For him to get offended by it, he's not going to handle the intensity of the New York mediascape. Traditional media, social, everything else, if he's here, I don't know if I want him here because it's going to turn a quick pain in the ass if Aaron Rodgers' skin is that shallow that he's taking shots at Ian Rappaport. Rodgers is slated to spend 4 days in darkness to contemplate his next move, which at this point seems to be either in New York with the Jets or with the Las Vegas Raiders. He has 2 years left on a 3-year deal north of $150 million. I've kind of voiced the fact that if I was a team looking at him, I absolutely want him for 2 years, and I want him to commit to 2 years, and I want him to be involved in the off-season program each of those seasons because I want him working with that offensive unit. Now, if he wouldn't commit to that, then I'd be out. I'd be like, no, because I think that hurt the Packers the last couple of years, especially this last year. I think if he'd have done that, worked with that new talent, I think the Packers would have been better. Maybe a game or two in the win column better. A playoff team even. Okay? So, look, I understand what Tiki is saying, and he's right, but I don't think he's mad. I don't think Aaron Rodgers was mad about Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter. I didn't get the feeling he was. I got the feeling that he wanted to talk about it and have an opinion about it because they were talking about him, and he wanted to voice the fact that, look, plain and simple, they don't have connections in and around me, so they don't know shit. Right? I think Aaron Rodgers, and this goes back to me talking about I'm rooting to see things that are going to be pretty wild and interesting. Aaron Rodgers versus the New York media, I'm here for that. I want to see it. I want to bathe in the healing light of Aaron Rodgers' smart-ass attitude sparring with New York media every week. I want to see that. I mean, that you want to talk about lighting the place on fire. Funny. And I believe he can do that, go out, win 11 games, and discount double check. Can you imagine New York Jets runs in for a Salters in for a touchdown, Aaron Rodgers runs it in, looks at the camera, Jets uniform, discount double check. That's going to be awesome. I mean, it is. Even as arrogant and sort of douchebaggery that Aaron Rodgers can bring with him, that would be awesome to see. It would. I'm here for that. I am. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 fans. Man, I'm coming out of the box swinging this morning. I literally hit record, stopped, hit record again, and I don't think I'm done. Yeah, I feel better. I'm starting to get well. My voice is starting to come back, which means, yeah, it's open season. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.